King Beleth, the 13th spirit of the Goetia. King Beleth rides a pale horse, and before him there's often sound of trumpets. He's a great and respectful king. There are many different images of King Beleth. He's generally quite fierce and frightening. Also very noble. Stays as strong as 23rd of July to the 1st of August. He's a day spirit. Direction is northwest. Tarot is the 5 of Wands. So he's good at resolving disputes, conflicts within yourself. His planet is the sun, consciousness. Metal is gold. Element is earth. Color is yellow. Plant is dill. Incense is frankincense. Zodiac, Leo. His chant is Larash, Tassa, Vefa, Well, Belet. Benefits for working with this great and noble king is that he is the sun and earth, so forcing your consciousness into the body, experiencing your body dying, which is ironically a very relaxing process. You can also command love from women and men. I came to King Belet with a specific physical illness, and through his instructions I have cured that illness. So for me, he is a healer. I looked, and there before me was a pale horse. Its rider was named Death, and Hades was following close behind him. They were given power over a fourth of the earth to kill by sword, famine, and plague, and by the wild beasts of the earth. It's coming from the book of Revelations. I just found it interesting that it's mentioned that Beleth has a pale horse, which triggered images of me of Beleth being death. Maybe he is not death. I personally associate with Beleth as watching death happen in the body. So death in the Revelations is not just random death. It's often associated with the death of an empire. So Death riding the pale horse is actually coming to take down the Roman Empire. So with this kind of energy, it's like feeling the consciousness in the body, allowing it to die, and feeling the death of the empire of your mind. So for me, the image of death riding a horse is very suiting for King Beleth. But they may not actually be related. It's just the pale horse and the energy for me is similar. Also very similar, the energy kind of very similar to Don, the Irish king of the underworld, who's basically the consciousness aspect of nature and is associated with death, and was responsible for the creation of the first beings in Ireland. So he's a very interesting, surreal character. So these were the kind of images that I was getting during my evocations. So for me, I'm associating King Beleth with death and Don, the Irish god of death. We associate him with the 5 of Wands, which is to do with strife, struggle and conflict. So, like we said before, he is associated with the sun and the earth element. So putting the consciousness in the body and finding the strife and the struggle and the physical tension and pain in your body is something that King Beleth has helped me with. And so for me, I've been using him as a healer. Or maybe you don't need healing, but generally relaxing the body. So I put extra frankincense, ash on his seal. I had a jar of dill as an offering with his name and chant written on it, and I asked him to bless the dill to help me heal my body. It is recommended to wear a silver ring on your left hand and the middle finger. I wore a silver banjo clipped on my shirt, and I declared myself king of the banjos. The description recommends a wand made of hazelwood. I used a Maasai hunting spear. So I don't really follow what you might look like traditional hermetic robe outfit. I have my own magical outfit of different items that mean something to me. I also kept King Payment's seal beside me. And declared that I was a friend of King Payment. And then I made these extra triangles in the east and the south. And I asked him specifically that I was feeling tension in my body. I had very specific pain. I wanted help relieving that pain. So first he appeared to me as a good-looking man on a horse. When I noticed that the horse was black, it literally flipped the other direction, facing the other way. It became a skeleton, and the horse became a pale horse. Then the skeleton came from the ground, crawled up into my being, and I was meditating on my own skeleton. And this is when I realized that from our subjective experience, our skeleton is the same as empty space because we don't actually feel it directly. The feeling into our bones is the same as feeling into empty space, but the empty space comes into a shape of a skeleton, thus allowing the rest of my flesh and my body to die, and then coming out of that experience more refreshed and relaxed. And this resolved the pain and tension in my body. King Beleth also recommended a very specific yoga pose for me to do, the mountain pose, Tadasana. And this all from the whole experience, like my body has been much more relaxed and feeling into my bones more. It's been a very pleasant experience. So that was quite awesome. And of course, when I was finished, I cooked clams using my supercharged herbs. I also went out to the Fest of St. George. I was such a playful the whole time. I've been having such a relaxed weekend since working at King Belet, and I will be evoking King Belet again in the future, particularly working with the mountain pose and relaxing my body. So I'll be recommending this to people who are requesting help in relieving pain in their body. Larash, Tassa, Vefa, well, Belet.